Online classes. Welcome to current year. It is impossible to facilitate classes in a brick-and-mortar classroom due to the current state of the world. We are all locked down in our houses, and it is very unsafe, very dangerous for us to get out of the house and have our business outside. Classes nowadays take place in the confines of learning management systems and online meeting apps. By learning management systems, I mean Canvas, Blackboard, Moodle, Genio, Google Classroom, while teachers meet their students in Zoom, Google Meets, Discord, rarely, definitely not Messenger. It is an absolute shit show. I don't mean this in any offense to my teachers. Actually, they're doing a wonderful job of adapting to the current situation at hand. But as someone with ADHD, this is a fucking mess. This is an absolute disaster for me. Asynchronous learning. Synchronous learning and asynchronous learning. Asynchronous learning basically means that you, the student, have to learn at your own pace. You learn at your own pace. Learning at your own pace is like starting the reactor or calibrating distributors in Among Us. It's hard to learn at your own pace, especially since you are in an environment that is not optimal for learning. You are in your room. You have your computer, you have your bed, you have your phone, you have books to read, toys to play with, shit to do. You have everything at your disposal when you are at home. You're not gonna be able to focus on class unless you're really one of those more class-focused like students. This is a big problem for me as someone who is easily distracted. Look, I could be writing an essay now, or I could be taking down notes, but here I am recording audio for a video that I'm going to work like 3-4 hours on just because I felt like it, and now I cannot stop doing it. It has been hardwired into my brain to finish this because that's the focus that I'm on right now. When you're not focused, it's like the whole world is like a fucking swirling mess of primordial soup around you. The only thing that you can focus on are the things that manifest the most out of that primordial soup. Currently for me, it's making this. But when I'm mostly like doing my stuff, such primordial soup is everything else that is not my current task. Especially since you get like culture shocked. Me, especially as a college freshman studying English literature, I got like a huge
dildo
made out of essays and books. The seminal texts are actual semen. The dildo is going up my ass, goat-seeing me, and destroying my asshole from inside with all the seminal texts. Not that I'm hating on it. It's actually like a good learning experience, but man, if it's not an extreme culture shock that the teacher just gives us this stuff without really explaining what a seminal text is or anything like that. I do not want to be looking at PDFs of huge text blocks all week. I don't like ebooks. Ebooks are the death of me. I'd rather be reading a book, like an actual book. Then I'd be able to focus more on the book itself rather than be reading a PDF in which stimuli will keep appearing in front of me in my computer. I haven't even gotten to synchronous learning yet. All I can say for the synchronous learning is I want more. I want to go back to where students and teachers interact with each other, and synchronous learning through Zoom isn't really cutting it that much for me. Most of the time it's just the teacher talking, and it's hard for the students to like think of like something to like do. I mean, something to like use as like a point where they can talk. It is hard for the students to talk because most of the time it's required for them to have their mics off, and it's very awkward that way. The teacher's the only one talking and the students are all muted and probably doing their own thing or concentrating on the lecture. When the teachers ask questions, it is the awkwardest shit ever. The teachers are going like, okay, what are your thoughts on this? And everyone takes like half a minute to like think of something to say. Synchronous class is abhorrent, but at least there's interaction between students and teachers. And I really miss that a lot. So yes, it is currently 1:35 a.m. I have been ranting about school for the past 8 minutes. I have essays to do and notes to take. I should really get going. Thank you, thank you. Bye.